Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Peter Goldstein, founder of We Did It Health, where our mission is to empower grassroots ambassadors to be even more effective in inspiring hopeful curiosity with our friends and loved ones so we can move the needle on the vegan, whole food, plant-based global communities so that we can see our friends and loved ones live a happier, healthier life. And I'm so grateful that you're here with us. We have a very special guest today, and I'll tell you about her in a minute. Please go to YouTube, subscribe to our channels, join us on Facebook in our groups and communities. And we now are launching We Did That Health, our own community, the Thrive and Inspire community. So please join us there also. So with that, I am very happy to welcome Wanda Huberman, who's executive director for the National Health Association. And with that, we're launching into May, where our focus is about health. So Wanda is going to present Living and Loving Your Healthiest Life. So are you ready to learn how easy it is to live long and love eating a whole food, plant exclusive diet? Well, Wanda shares the evidence-based science, and there's incredible amounts of evidence-based science that show that we can prevent many chronic diseases and even reverse them to live a full and long life without disease or dependence on medications. She will share tips on how to eat whole food plant exclusive diet without salt, oil, and sugar. Wanda is the executive director of the National Health Association, and this is such an amazing group. The National Health Association, or NHA, was founded in 1948 as the American Natural Hygiene Society and has been a figurehead in promoting plant-based lifestyle as a way for better health through their conferences and the Health Science magazine. You really want to be a member, and because the Health Sciences magazine is such a rich source for so much information. Wanda is passionate about the rich history and the legacy of the NHA and is anxious for more people in the world to discover it. She she personifies uh, she personifies the blessings, vitality. Yes, she is a living image of the blessings, vitality, personal empowerment the NHA lifestyle can offer everybody. And her goal is to grow it bigger and better and secure its organizational future for decades to come. And with that, that was not so easy for me to say, but with that, here's Wanda, and welcome, Wanda. And congratulations, you do such an amazing job, and your organization is so phenomenal. As everybody will see, you'll introduce some of the key folks in the organization, the speakers. I know you have this amazing conference coming up. So Wanda, tell us a little more about yourself, and please let's show folks about the upcoming conference.
Hi, Peter. Well, thank you so much for having me on your show. It was a pleasure to meet you last year at our conference and to know that we'll be together again with NHA members, hopefully a lot of your members, and we can go on this journey together. I'm thrilled to be here with you and to tell your followers more about the National Health Association. You did a great job of introducing it. Our mission is really simple. We want to educate people that health results from healthful living. And we want to do that health can be the health of us personally. It should be the health of and compassion for animals, and certainly the health for our planet. We have been holding conferences since 1949. As you said, we were formerly known American Natural Hygiene Society. When the pioneers started this back in 1948, they used the word hygiene as the science of health. So I am so excited that now in 2023, we have so much more evidence-based information that is supporting what they were teaching as far back as 1948. In fact, we offer on our website a bi-monthly newsletter that is free to everyone. And we often will put articles in there called Timeless Teachings. And I'm amazed every time I reread something that one of the founders wrote in the early 50s that I find so relevant for today. One of my missions as the executive director, if you'll hold on the slides for a second, Peter, I'll say advance, that might help, is just to find ways that I can help people do this easier. Whether that's helping with just learning how to stock your kitchen, whether it's helping by building a community, whether it's helping by learning about reversing heart disease or diabetes. We have so many ways that we are connecting through our organization and want to make that available to you. So I put together a slideshow. We'll go through that. That'll tell you some of the ways that we are hoping to make this not a feeling of deprivation, but a feeling of excellence, a feeling that you can't get enough. There are so many options in this lifestyle. So we put on this annual conference that Peter and I spoke about a few minutes ago, and that conference is in June. Right. If you'll stay on that slide, Peter, that's helpful. Thank you. We are sold out for the in-person. We have 350 people joining us in Cleveland, Ohio, but we want you to have access to this information. So I've hired an NHA virtual team, and we are going to give you an extraordinary virtual option experience that we did at Health is also going to be an affiliate, and we will partner with them so that when you join us for this conference, you are also financially supporting We Did It Health as well as the NHA, and you're getting this valuable information. This is an especially fun year that is going to be packed with all the best because we are celebrating the 75th year of our founding, which is just amazing that people have actually been doing this. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and the things that have come along even in the last 30 years to make it more feasible to do this on a day-to-day basis. It's just amazing. So if you want to advance the slide, Peter. Thank you. So this slide just shows you some of the things that we did last year at our conference. My husband, Mark Huberman, has been living this lifestyle from the day he was born in 1951. So he's certainly passionate. He's a great teacher. He and I kick off the conference. We have an amazing lineup of speakers this year. You'll hear from T. Colin Campbell and Kim Williams and Joel Furman and Dr. Frank Sabatino and just so many more. We have an amazing sponsor, Vitamix, who is another company that's been around 100 years. People don't realize they were founded on the concept of whole foods. They still have an entire concept around their marketing about the importance of whole foods. And they love partnering with us so that we can jointly continue to share that message. People coming early have the opportunity to go on hikes and go tour the Vitamix World Headquarters property. We have yoga and exercise in the morning. We have a children's activity. So if you sign up to join virtually this year and you love what you'll see, you'll plan to come live in 2024. And we do offer to our virtual attendees a one-time discount that Monday when the conference is over, that discount to come live will not be available anymore. It's just for people who are joining us and love what they see and know they want to be there next year. We also have amazing food. I work directly with the chefs. I give them every recipe, every menu. And helping me on the back end is one of my board members who is a professionally trained chef as well. If you want to advance the slide, Peter. This is our virtual conference. It's showcasing some of our speakers. So we have Dr. Joel Furman, Dr. Kim Williams, Dr. Colin Campbell. John Pierre is holding the globe. He's known as kind of the guru to the stars. If you Google John Pierre on Ellen DeGeneres, you'll see a little bit of his work. Gene Bauer is pictured with the cow. He runs the Farm Sanctuary in upstate New York. I think it's Watkins Glen. He's an amazing wealth of information, and his passion shows through. The final picture on that slide is Dr. Frank Sabatino. He also has been living and loving this lifestyle for well over 50 years, is an amazing presenter. And in fact, in 2023, he has helped the National Health Association launch the NHA Health Science podcast. So if you look that up on my YouTube station, you'll be able to see all the podcasts he has been doing. And I'll take a minute and just give you the URL so you can find all of these things. We'll come back to that again. But for now, the URL is www.healthscience.org. Okay, Peter, let's see what the next slide is. This is talking a little bit about what you'll get over the virtual event. You can see all this again on our website. There'll be a tab that says conference, and it'll talk about the virtual event. You can always email me if you have questions. My email is whuberman@healthscience.org. But you're going to hear lectures. You're going to watch the cooking demos. This platform is so interactive. You're going to be able to participate in the Q&A. You will get sessions that people attending live won't get. So when the live audience breaks for a meal, we're going to be presenting somebody. So I'm not expecting you're going to sit in front of your computer the whole weekend. We're going to give you up to a year to watch replays. You'll have the schedule on the Hop-In platform. You can look and pick what works with that weekend for you, and then you can catch up afterwards and do it. So in the show notes, you are going to see the affiliate link where you purchase the ticket through wedidit.health. wedidit.health. Go ahead, Peter. This is just more about attending the virtual conference. We're going to have exhibitors that are going to be showing you tips and tools on the market, what helps them with SOS-free products. For me, it's the Vitamix and the Instant Pot. I lead a busy lifestyle. I'm working long hours to promote and advocate and work for the National Health Association. I've got children and grandchildren, and I do other community-based activities. So I need to be able to do this also in a timely fashion. You'll be able to connect with maybe old friends, certainly meet new friends. We're going to have network building. You'll be able to jump off one-on-one if you want to talk to somebody, or jump in a group meeting, or talk to an exhibitor. So I encourage you to sign up. I think you'll really like the way this is not a Zoom presentation where you're sitting and just watching. People tell me from last year they felt like they were there, except they couldn't taste the food. If I get everything done on time, I'll even give you the recipes that we're going to be providing. So if you want to cook ahead of time, you can even enjoy the meals with us. Go ahead, Peter. We're just going to go through the slides. Dr. Stefan Esser is an amazing orthopedic doctor. His grandfather was one of the founders of our organization. He's charismatic. He's a fourth generation whole food, plant-based vegan that is also raising his children in this lifestyle. Joel Fuhrman, I think most people are aware of. He's a New York Times best-selling author, wrote Eat to Live, and now he has many more books. I'm going to look behind me to make sure I get it right. Yep. His newest book is called Eat for Life, and he's pulled together all of his best science and up-to-date information. So I highly recommend his book, Eat for Life. Dr. Kim Williams is a renowned cardiologist. He'll really be able to talk about how this lifestyle prevents heart disease. If you're coming to it late in the game, it can even reverse heart disease. T. Colin Campbell is certainly legendary with the China study, and at 89 years old, he is still an amazing speaker with a wealth of knowledge. Go ahead, we'll see who else is on the slide. Dylan Holmes is a blogger. If you haven't checked out wellyourworld.com, I encourage you to do it. He offers products that make this easy. I love his pancake mix. I love his gravy mix. Trying to think. I use his nutritional yeast. His cheese sauce is great. I can whip up mac and cheese in 5 minutes. So he'll be one of the presenters. Dr. Alan Goldhammer is really a special presenter. One of the things the National Health Association does that I'm not aware of any other organization that has done this, and we've been doing it since 1948, is we're going to give you the science about the benefits of medically supervised water fasting when indicated. And Dr. Goldhammer at the conference is going to be talking about 40 years of research and why that can be beneficial in ways that just continue to amaze me. Brittany Giroudi is another great speaker. She has a YouTube channel and a Facebook and a blog, and it's the Giroudi family. She takes your comfort foods like mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, cheesecake. She's even come up this month with what is it called? Mud pudding and gummies that the kids love. So she's great at that. Dr. Sabatino, who I mentioned before, he has run retreats. He still runs retreats in Deerfield Beach, and he's a wealth of knowledge. So you won't want to miss hearing from him. Go ahead, Peter. I think we're winding up with the speakers. I'll pick the two on each end. Doctors Joanna and Asa Frey. They trained at the True North Health Center, which is the place that Dr. Goldhammer runs, as did Gracie Ewan. So they'll all have a wealth of information about living this lifestyle in your healthiest way, and how water fasting and various facilities around the world can help you with that. I mentioned Gene Bauer before, who runs the Farm Sanctuary. So he's going to really make sure we are not forgetting about the importance of compassion for animals. Go ahead, Peter. Robin Denning is going to be our yoga instructor. John Pierre he is also going to be doing amazing exercise classes, and he will give a lecture that will probably wrap up the benefits of doing this for humanity, for animals, and for our planet. Amy Berkman, unfortunately, is not coming live, but it's going to look like it. She's going to just be a little bit of fun entertainment. She is a speed painter. So tune in Friday before Dr. Williams, and you'll just see something really fun with Amy Berkman. Tammy and Tom Kramer run Notmeg Notebook, and that's another amazing website, YouTube channel, Amazon shop. Those three, the Giroudi family, Tammy and Tom Kramer, Dylan Holmes of Well Your World, Tammy and Tom of Nutmeg Notebook, they are going to provide a wealth of recipes, tips, and tricks. If you aren't able to come to the conference, signing on to their websites will be a great tip. Go ahead, Peter. The Vitamix Expo booth, like I said, they happen to be located about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes from where the conference is being held. They'll be on site Thursday for our bonus day, doing a wonderful reception and letting us taste the food. They're going to raffle off for our in-person audience a top-of-the-line Vitamix. For our virtual audience, an amazing product that they've come up with in the more recent years, which is an immersion blender. And they'll have great tips as well. Go ahead, Peter. You'll get a discount. So when you come to the conference, if you're thinking about buying a Vitamix, just the discount alone and the free shipping will more than pay whether you attend in person or virtually. Go ahead, Peter. I'll touch briefly. We have, like I said early, I'm always looking for ways to meet the needs of our members. And so I had a lot of members saying how hard it is to live their healthiest life and eat true to this lifestyle while traveling, and not traveling where they're going to hear lectures, but traveling to places where they can be active and enjoy vacations. So I have been working with Windstar Cruise Lines for the past 3 years, I think now. And they've partnered with us. And now you can go on, starting in June, you can go on any Windstar cruise, and they're going to have a little logo that looks like, let's see if I can find it, just this little green, let's see, this way, this little green leaf. And when you see that on the menu, you're going to know that's a whole food plant exclusive item that's prepared without added salt, oil, or sugar. And you can enjoy it with whoever you're traveling with. So they're going to have all their standard foods. They'll have the whole food plant exclusive SOS free options. NHA has gone a step further, and we take groups. And so when you go on a group, they bring on extra chefs. We have massive salad bars, dessert bars, entrees, side dishes, special non-alcoholic drinks if that's what you want, that are just fun, smoothies and detox drinks for breakfast. It's just will blow your mind what they do to prepare. Anywhere on that ship that food is being served, they will have whole food, plant exclusive, SOS free options for our members, including 24/7 room service. So and WinStar, I talk with them regularly. Their sustainability program where they're giving back to the oceans, they're financing reef rebuilding. I just can't speak high enough about them. So come, we'll talk more about that at the virtual conference and the on-site conference. Go ahead, Peter. Plant-based nutrition movement is just an example of an expo booth. They are another organization. They really focus on childhood nutrition. So I put that up as an example. I think We Did It. Health is going to have a booth, and you can just learn from lots of different people. Go ahead, Peter. I mentioned before that we're going to have the virtual raffle. We're going to have a virtual swag bag. So you're going to pay $97 for this virtual ticket. And this swag bag is going to have items that I'm told will be valued at $1,500 or more. So you will be getting a lot of freebies. We Did It. Health, I think, is going to be contributing to the swag bag. You'll get to find out what's being raffled off. So like I said, it's much more than just a Zoom meeting. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of value. Go ahead, Peter. I'll touch briefly on NHA membership benefits. So Peter had mentioned that we produce a magazine called Health Science. So that's the magazine. It comes out quarterly. It's 40 pages. It is no advertisements. It's solely content. We'll interview a leading plant-based physician. You'll learn from them. We'll have some recipes. We'll have articles about living your best lifestyle and how you can do that. We have testimonials, up-to-date information. All of that is available to our members. Membership is $35 a year if you're in the US and $65 a year if you're outside the US. You'll get notices of early registration to seminars. Our members also get ongoing discounts for Vitamix and ebooks. And our members get priority booking. We ultimately open our booking to these cruises to the public, but we first allow it for our members. So Peter, if you can go ahead and continue the slideshow. This just shows some of our discounts now. So Vitamix that we've talked about, you'll get discounts throughout the year for Vitamix products, which that alone would pay for your membership as well. Chef James Nutrition is an amazing chef that is whole food, plant exclusive, SOS free. Check out his website. He prepares meals in his kitchen, freezes them, and FedEx them to you within 40. You'll have them on your doorstep, frozen within 48 hours of them being prepared. I had his Chef James, what were they called? Sloppy Joes last night for dinner with my children and my grandchild. It was excellent. Mama Says is another organization that provides meals ahead of time. I use Mama Says when I'm traveling. So if I'm going to a family member's house that lives out of the area and I don't want to take over their whole kitchen when I'm staying out of town somewhere, but I want to stay true without a lot of time, I have items shipped from Mama Says to wherever I'm staying, and then I can make up a salad and I have my entree and side dishes already prepared for me. Peter, I'll go over health science and then maybe, I'm not sure how many more slides if Peter wants to stop and allow some questions. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking. This is just another view of our latest Health Science magazine. So you can see we have that interview with a leading doctor or Dr. Colin Campbell. We had an article about raising healthy children, aging without decline, health benefits of growing your own food. They're all substantive, important articles that you will be able to relate and apply in your day-to-day use. Well, Oh, we went real fast. Go back to the health science. We'll finish up these slides and then we open it up. There's really not that much. Okay, next one. I mentioned the health science podcast. So again, if you go to our website, www.healthscience.org, you'll see tabs at the top. One of them will be conference, one of them will be for the podcast, one of them will be for events, and it'll have a drop down to our plant-based events. One of them will be for joining as a member. One of them will be for signing on to the newsletter. So everything you'll want to know that the NHA does is very handy right on that webpage. Go ahead, Peter. This is our newsletter. So within our webpage, you can just sign up for the newsletter. All you need is your name and your email. And that's a sample of things that were sent out in issue 9. So at issue 9, we had 15 conference tickets remaining. Now, if you're really interested, I might have 3 or 4 just because a cancellation from one family came through yesterday. But mostly I'm going to encourage you for the virtual conference, and you can see all of the things that are listed in our newsletter. So that comes out bi-weekly and it's valuable, and all you have to do is sign up for it on the webpage. Go ahead, Peter. This is plant-based travel to Iceland. So our travel right now, we're going in October to Greece and Israel. That is sold out. We're going in February to Costa Rica and Panama Canal. That's sold out. We booked 2 years in advance because WinStar really works hard to provision what we need and to bring on the chefs. And by booking in advance, as the prices go up, our members get these locked in prices. We're going to Iceland in 2024. There may be a handful of tickets left for Iceland. I think there are. If you're interested, just go to my website. You'll see more information and you can send me an email. Let me know you're interested and I'll get you what you need to know. We're also, after Iceland, we're going to Tahiti. If you want to go forward, Peter, I'm not sure if Tahiti's the next one. Yep. When are we going to Tahiti? I think that is also February 2025. And my conversation, this is really breaking news. I just found out yesterday when I met with the sales team at WinStar. They are working on making this a whole food plant-based ship in its entirety. That the ship we will be traveling on can hold 312 passengers. The largest I've ever taken is 100. We took 100 passengers to Alaska. We took 100 passengers to Galapagos. So we'll see if we have enough interest over the next 90 days. We'll have a complete vegan cruise. So certainly let us know if Tahiti interests you. That's the hot one of the day. And not on this slideshow. We won't be able to take reservations till mid-May, but another hot off the tip is we're going to be offering a trip at the end of 2025 to Ireland and Scotland. So that's our plant-based travel. It is amazing. You make great friends, have great food, and certainly great adventures with expedition leaders on board. So you just get the best of all worlds for travel. Go ahead, Peter. All right, so the important links are join the NHA. You can do that at healthscience.org under Join Renew. You can sign up for the conference under NHA Conference, and you can get information on our travel under Plant-Based Travel. And take a picture on your phone or figure out a way, register for the virtual conference. Use this QR code so that it goes through to credit wedidit.health. If you miss this QR code, you're watching a replay, you don't see it, just look in the show notes. They're going to have that link there as well. So that completes the slideshow. I've talked more than my children ever allow. So Peter, let me know if we have any questions or what else you would like to talk about.
Well, certainly. Thank you, Wanda. And that's an incredible presentation. And those cruises sound like so much fun. But on the serious side, the presenters, the doctors that you attract are just absolutely amazing. The absolute leaders, and that's the place to get all the information. So to to join the virtual summit and to be to the virtual event and to be part of it and to have it for a whole year. That's just such an amazing deal. That's wonderful. And I know how amazing your live conference is, and I look forward to being there. I will be there again this year, and as well as so many other members of our of our we did it that health team and members of our community. I know that last year we launched our certification program on Thursday before the summit, and thank you so very much for sharing that space with us. It was such a wonderful success, and now we're moving forward with so many more things in our work. With we're launching our community, so please come to We Did That Health. We're really just testing at this point, but we'll be going prime time in a few weeks. So We Did That Health under community, and so much more coming there. And it all started with our with your conference, with the summit before your conference. So let me see about some questions or comments that we have here. Okay, so Angela wants to know, any chance female doctors will be given a platform at the NHA conference?
Of
And
course.
yeah, I thought
So we have, well, I had another female doctor that ended up with a conflict at the last minute. I have Dr. Joanna Frey giving a presentation, Dr. Gracie Ewan. Those are two female doctors that will be presenting at the conference. And every year I am always looking to make sure that we have diversity of all kinds. You will notice that with our conferences, I bring the doctors who did water fasting. They're the staple. They come back every year because they have been supporting the NHA for their entire careers, and because water fasting is such medically supervised water fasting. There's a lot of water fasting out there, but I think it's important to distinguish medically supervised water fasting. And we bring those leading experts because it's the only place you can get that information. So I'll do that year after year. And Dr. Deborah Shapiro has written for us. The magazine, we certainly are looking for lots of representation across all realms. So thank you for the question, Angela. I appreciate it.
And we have Kathy, who says she did the online version last year, and she thought it was very well done. So Kathy, will you be online or will you be live this year? We hope to see you in Cleveland. We have
thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you liked it.
yes, and then Angela Crawford, Dr. Crawford, psychologist. I attended the NHA conference live last year, and it was wonderful. Such amazing speakers and delicious, healthy food. Well, yes, especially the food was amazing. And she says she's looking forward to attending the virtual conference this year. Oh, we'll miss you, Angela, in person.
Yeah. Peter, Angela, wouldn't you both say the other amazing things is the friendliness of the community? Everybody is just so welcoming, including the doctors. The fact that if there is a seat at Dr. Campbell's table for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or Dr. Furman or Goldhammer, any of them, you sit down and you're going to have a meal with them. And they're just as engaging and personable and available to our members as anywhere I've ever seen. Would you agree with that, Peter?
Oh, absolutely. They're amazing people, and and so informative, and so friendly. I mean, it's a family. Maybe that's the best way to say it, is that it's a family. It has a family feel, and we're all so appreciating everything they're teaching, everything they're learning, all the research they've done, and all the ways that we're thriving, and all the ways we're hoping to get our friends and loved ones then to become plant-based, which is really our mission, which is to find better ways to inspire our friends and loved ones, because we are all so frustrated to have our friends, our loved ones, people we care about, and even just people we run into and meet for the first time in the supermarket or anywhere. It's they just don't know it. We have this amazing absolute truth. I like calling it an absolute truth, because just as much as if you drop a ball to the ground, I mean, drop a ball, it falls to the ground. You change somebody changes what they eat, they get healthier. I mean, it's pretty much an absolute truth. It's so rare to have somebody not benefit, if ever. I mean, tell me if this isn't true, but probably always some people change their lifestyle, and that's what our scoreboard is about. If you go to scoreboard.wedid.health, you'll see how people are benefiting from a plant-based vegan or whole food plant-based lifestyle. And so let's show everybody. Let's be part of the scoreboard and come to the conference and the virtual conference, and with our community, let's find better ways to beat that frustration that we all have, because it's just, for me, Wanda, and your organization has been around for 75 years. How is it that after 75 years of knowing this absolute truth, of showing people, and so many millions of people are living it, how is it that maybe 1%, correct me on this if you have a real fact of the facts on this, what is it, 1%, 2% of the world is whole food, plant-based, plant exclusive, vegan?
I think it's growing to 1%. It's unbelievable. You will hear from Dr. Goldhammer about the pleasure trap. That's a book he wrote, and how difficult this is. But I'm one of those people, Peter, that's always glass half full. And I would say, just when we're really ready to beat ourselves up, I have the same struggles with family members, health issues. They see the lifestyle we're living, they still don't do it. But my optimism is we are always planting a seed. Proselytizing out the wazoo is not necessarily the way they're going to listen to you. They are watching your example when you don't know they're watching your example. And I can't even tell you how many people have come up to me 20 years since I saw them and say, oh, you mentioned that. So you're planting seeds even when you don't know it. But through WeDidIt.Health, through the National Health Association, we are both have that mutual goal to give you more tools, more information, that you can share that in a way that people are willing to hear it. Because of course we want to do the best for ourselves and the best for everybody we come in contact with.
Yes. And absolutely. And planting seeds, that's the way to do it. We certainly cannot beat anybody over the head. And we found that certainly there's so many examples of people who are screaming it too loud, and even so many people that get angry, and there's a whole sector of people who are angry, and they're really not making a huge positive difference. So Angela here says that she's not frustrated and she's content in her lifestyle. Well, Angela, that's wonderful. And I think most of us are content in our lifestyle. The frustration isn't with our lifestyle, isn't with our health, with our energy, with all that we can do. The frustration is watching people, for me personally, watching people I care about, family, friends, going through dialysis and kidney transplants and all that. That's what frustrates me. I care so deeply about other people, and it's frustrating to see that they really are so committed to their suffering. So, and Angela, I know you're a wonderful coach, and we need to get more people to you to help them change their life and get healthy and thrive in their lives as you are. Another comment from Claudia. Claudia says 1% is better than a tenth of 1%, and we are advancing. Claudia, absolutely celebrating advancement, and like you say, Wanda, I'm a glass half full, and I'm celebrating all that's moving ahead. And I know that we've been planting seeds in so many people, and members of your organization have been planting seeds for 75 years, and these seeds are germinating and getting nurtured, and we're seeing the change, and the change will be, I'm sure, will be faster and better. And certainly we all have to be optimistic, or else we just go hide in the closet somewhere. And
The
we are
fact,
optimistic.
the fact that an international company like Windstar wanted to partner with us, and that I'm on the ship, and one of the first cruise I did, they didn't know how to make green smoothies. And they said, if you want to make them, come to the kitchen. I'm getting up at 5:30, 6 a.m. making green smoothies for the people on the ship. And then Alaska, I had so many more people. They said, oh, are you going to come make smoothies? I said, no, I'm going to have a class with your chefs. And so I had 6 chefs, and I taught them how to use the Vitamix on board and what to put in the smoothie and how delicious it is to start your day with a punch of greens. They're listening and learning, and that they must see a market for it. So I encourage anybody that's the least bit interested to look, because they're going to do this for 2 years. I'm expecting the market will be there and they'll continue doing it. They're a business. If the market's not there, of course they won't continue doing it. So it's up to us to put our money towards places that support this lifestyle that we say we value.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm looking at the clock, Wanda. I know that we have less than 10 minutes to go. So anybody with any other questions, we have a few other comments. Marakita is sharing that she too would like to see her friends and family who are physically sick. That she's sad by that too. And that's really what we're after, is finding ways that we can help these people. And we're finding that it's such deep beliefs and social pressures and the psychology of it, and that's really our mission. So our mission, we're not necessarily bringing the doctors, like National Health Association is doing such a wonderful job. We're not bringing the research to doctors, but we'd like to show people that organizations like National Health Association that provides such support, so much evidence. And for us, our mission is to get our friends and loved ones to say, maybe there is something there. Maybe I should take a look at it, or maybe I'd like to take a look at it, because I certainly would like to have the energy and the health.
Right. Experience shows, Peter, it's the shame that people come, you don't appreciate your health till you lose it. And so many people that come to our conferences have serious health disease. One of the gentlemen on our cruise was slated for a heart transplant. And somebody told him to check out a book. I think maybe Dr. Furman or Dr. Esselstyn's. They both have books on reversing heart disease. He read the book, changed his lifestyle. He's on a wait list for the heart transplant. Goes back to his doctor after his lifestyle had been changed for just a relatively short time period. And the doctor said, what did you do? You no longer need a heart transplant. That was 2 or 3 years ago. He and his wife come on our cruises. They're coming to our conference this year. 70, he's at least 70. It's never too late to give your body a better chance to live your healthiest lifestyle of independence.
Absolutely. Yes. And we really, we all, the frustration, we all could relieve that frustration to get our friends and loved ones to start seeing that. So let me bring on one more time. Here's the QR code for signing up for the virtual conference. So if you haven't signed up for virtually, please sign up now. And it's absolutely well worth your money and your time and your investment. And get this information that you can share with friends and loved ones to help plant those seeds, to get them curious, to get them to take a move, to be a member of the National Health Association, to start working with some of these amazing doctors and chefs, and enjoy the cruises, and do so many things that will benefit them so greatly. So yes, use your camera, take a picture of the QR code, and in the description of this YouTube video, there's also going to be a link to sign up. And we certainly appreciate you signing up. We're doing our work and promoting, bringing the psychology to the table, and please support us and support the NHA, and most of all, support your friends and loved ones with all this wonderful information.
Well, Peter,
Let's
thank you
see.
so much for allowing me to talk about this. What a privilege this has been. I appreciate it.
Well, and the privilege is really ours. You're such a treat, and your energy and your work, your passion is just amazing. It's such a blessing for all of us. And thank you for being with us, and thank you again. Thank you for hosting us last year to launch our certification program. And I can hardly wait to see you again in Cleveland and at this amazing conference. And I hope many people will watch it virtually. I know some of our team, some of our members will be there in person, and we look forward to networking and meeting everybody else also. So with that, thank you
Well,
all so much.
before I sign off, I really do encourage anybody that has questions. I make myself available. You can send me an email at whuberman@healthscience.org, and I'll do my very best to get back to you.
So
But
with
most
that, everybody,
sign up to join at healthscience.org.
absolutely, at $35 a year, it may be the best bargain anywhere. It's so much wonderful information and amazing people to read from and network with.
Thanks,
Yes,
everybody, for so many nice comments. I really appreciate it.
yes, our pleasure, and so happy to present that. Wanda, thank you for kicking off our health month, and through the month we're actually going to have um, Dr. Clapper present, and we'll have Dr. Furman present. Dr. Clapper is going to talk about such a great topic of the status of nutritional education in medical schools. And we're also hoping to have Dr. Lucky, who actually is the first doctor to implement a nutritional program in a medical school. So those are Dr. Riz. We have several wonderful doctors and practitioners participating and coming on with us. And Wanda, you kicked it all off, and thank you so very much. Everybody,
Dr. Riz is going to be at the conference this year. Dr. Furman will be at the conference. They're all going to be on your show.
yes.
And you can see them virtually.
Yes.
All
so
right.
everybody go steal a membership for the NHA.
Thanks, Angela.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. And Wanda had to run for another interview. She's such a hot ticket now with this conference coming up. I have a couple more minutes. If anybody has any other questions that I can try to answer, please post them. Otherwise, it's such a wonderful weekend. I know here the weather is beautiful. It's full on spring, and please enjoy a magnificent weekend. Angela has to go, so thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.